Well, the Department of Homeland Security said it would target the worst of the worst during Operation Charlotte's Web, but our investigation found early arrest numbers show the vast majority of people detained here in the first few days did not have violent criminal histories. The agency hasn't released many names of the roughly 370 people taken into custody so far, but WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito tracked down one person whose experience counters DHS's claims of violence. The story of a man taken into custody who not only appears to be nonviolent, but also had government permission to work in this country.
Oscar Rene Rodriguez's employment authorization documents show the Department of Homeland Security approved his work status effective March 11th of this year. We discovered DHS may now send Rodriguez back to El Salvador, not for a recent violent offense, but potentially due to a deportation order in his distant past. Tell me about Oscar. No matter your language, tears clearly communicate universally.
He's a good man with a good heart, just wants to work, provide for his family.
Documented U.S. resident Ana Miriam Melendez. Are you scared?
Mucho.
Is terrified for her family's future.
Y pegó un grito y dijo, papá, no.
Her youngest children.
He was very devastated, got on his knees and cried.
Heartbroken, their dad is gone.
Her daughter cries at night, missing her father.
Do you have your papers and make it that simple?
I have.
Okay,
I have my license. You need it?
Just your license?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your resident card or anything?
I got just this.
Employment authorization.
Oscar Rene Rodriguez's coworker filmed agents taking him into custody on the third day of Operation Charlotte's Web as he worked a landscaping job on Kenilworth Avenue.
In the meantime, I'm going to put cuffs on you behind your back. Just
You're going to be detained.
Temporarily detained, okay?
In the recording, agents didn't appear to share much about why they honed in on Rodriguez, except that agents' questions stemmed from what they called an investigation.
We conducted an investigation.
Just 24 hours later, Rodriguez ended up in an out-of-state detention center awaiting likely deportation.
I'm very upset about it.
Lauren Katz hired Rodriguez 6 months ago.
He's turned out to be an excellent employee.
After verifying through the government he could work.
I did my due diligence to check him out to make sure that he was had legal status here prior to being hired.
These Department of Homeland Security employment documents seem to show he's eligible for employment in the U.S. through March 10th, 2029. But there's a catch. We discovered in this case, it's not as black and white as these documents might suggest. Immigration court records we found also show almost 19 years before ICE authorized Rodriguez's employment, an immigration judge in Texas ordered his removal. And he didn't appeal the decision.
That's really the hook.
North Carolina immigration attorney Jeremy McKinney says that 2006 order is the likely opening the government will use to try and deport him. McKinney says the key words can be found in the category listed on his 2025 employment card, C-14.
It's a pure act of administrative grace.
C-14 is the federal immigration code for deferred action, which McKinney says means at the time DHS approved his work status, the agency didn't consider him a priority for deportation.
What can be extended can also be taken away.
McKinney says the government has discretion to change its mind whenever it wants.
It doesn't mean that it is right ethically or even morally, but it is something that they can do.
We really miss him.
For Rodriguez's stepson, Edwin Palacios, who briefly served in the military.
You're a Marine.
Yes.
The situation carries a unique kind of pain.
It's a bit disheartening to say the least, because you think, oh, well, I served my country, I did my duty as, another American.
After WCNC Charlotte alerted Congresswoman Alma Adams about the case, the Democrat who represents Rodriguez's district called Palacios directly and began asking questions of her own. As they wait to hear more, all Rodriguez's family can do is hope the tears they cry translate into his eventual release. And that's not all. Remember, federal authorities have insisted roundups such as Operation Charlotte's Web targeted people here illegally with violent histories. We can't say definitively whether Rodriguez had any active warrants at the time agents took him into custody. But WCNC Charlotte has yet to find any criminal history in North Carolina linked to his name and birthday, other than failing to wear a seatbelt in 2024. Both ICE and Border Patrol have not released specifics to us about this case. However, DHS officials have said if they come across a person here illegally during their operation, they will enforce immigration laws. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.